Justin Bieber exposes Will Smith, Diddy, and Usher for grooming him. For years, the dark underbelly of Hollywood has been rumored to hold secrets too shocking to believe. And now Justin Bieber is stepping forward to reveal a truth that has been haunting him for years. In a bombshell interview, Bieber exposes how powerful figures like Will Smith, Diddy, and Usher groomed him when he was a vulnerable young star. These revelations are sending shockwaves through the entertainment world, and the public is asking, how could this happen and who else is involved?
Bad boy. Oh, he's bad boy now. Here's your icon alert. It's called He's Bad Boy Now. It's called Don't Ever Play Yourself.
He looks so innocent. The Bible says a male shall not lie with a male as with a woman. And also the Bible says don't get drunk. No sex, no drugs, no clubs. I'm a real prophet like Jesus. Diddy poisoned his drink and I see the game with McMill maybe to sleep with him.
Welcome to the family, John. Bad boy. Bad boy.
My kingers, let's pray for Justin.
An attorney revealed that freak-off tapes filmed at Diddy's Atlanta home are being shopped around Hollywood, one of them featuring Justin Bieber and Jaden Smith being used by Will Smith and Diddy at the same time. This bombshell comes as these tapes involve other celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres and Jennifer Lopez. This has the potential to end over 100 careers.
This is a story of fame, power, and betrayal, and it's one that Justin is finally ready to share. So what really happened behind closed doors, and why are these Hollywood titans being named in such dark allegations?
Happy birthday, Justin! Happy birthday!
Welcome to the family, John.
And he's in, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to USHER. I had legal guardianship of USHER when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
The impact on Bieber's mental health. Justin Bieber breaks his silence. Justin Bieber's recent revelations about his time spent with Hollywood elites have shocked the world. For years, the young star remained silent, enduring the whispers and rumors surrounding his meteoric rise to fame. But in a candid interview, Bieber finally decided to expose what truly happened during those early years. "I've kept this to myself for a long time," Bieber said, "but now I think people need to know the truth. I was just a kid and they took advantage of me."
Bieber has been under media attention for his talented singing almost all his life. This may be a dream come true to some, but it has its challenges. Behind the melodies was the crying of a troubled teen. He started doing heavy drugs when he was only 13. The more he kept performing, the heavier the drugs he used. By the time he was 19, he had millions in the bank and could access whatever he wanted without any knowledge of the real world. He was also abusive in the relationships he was in at that time. Since 2014, he has been arrested multiple times for his reckless behavior. His life is the prime example of the privileges the rich have versus the poor.
He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Haley seemingly blocking out the noise, posting this photo of Justin flipping both birds, simply writing mood.
And what we doing, we can't really disclose.
After the rapper's arrest last month on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, Diddy pleaded his innocence from behind bars.
Bieber's decision to speak out wasn't an easy one. The pop star admitted that the pressure to keep quiet was immense, especially given the power of the people involved. Will Smith, Diddy, and Usher were not just industry mentors. They were some of the biggest names in entertainment, figures who could make or break a young star's career. It felt like I couldn't say no, Bieber admitted. You want to trust these people, but looking back, I realize how wrong it all was. His revelations have added fuel to an already fiery conversation about the darker side of Hollywood, where young talent is often exploited under the guise of mentorship. By breaking his silence, Bieber is not just telling his own story, he's opening the door for other young stars to share their experiences, potentially leading to a reckoning in the entertainment world. Usher's role in Bieber's life. Usher was one of the first big stars to take Justin Bieber under his wing, and their relationship seemed on the surface like a genuine mentor-mentee bond, but Bieber's recent revelation suggests there was more to the story. Usher was like a big brother to me, Bieber recalled, but there were things happening that I didn't fully understand at the time. I was just 14, and I wasn't ready for the world I was being thrown into.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Do you think the person that the you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive, for sure. It was dark. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully learn from it.
Well, for me, music comes from somewhere.
Right.
Maybe it comes from this youthful naivety and this desire to escape something.
Uh-huh.
And then you get out there in front of the world, and then it comes from a place of wanting more of it.
Yeah. I mean, just think about how young I was and so impressionable. And you have everybody telling me how awesome I am at all times, and I just want people to understand, the psychology behind why I potentially could have problems in my life. So, yeah, thank you for being here and helping me tell that story. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important your story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
Why was P. Diddy doing this to Justin Bieber? Many people were saying it almost looked like he was checking to see if Justin is wired up. Then this is where P. Diddy goes to say something to him secretly, and many people are saying Justin wanted to leave as he walked fast into his car after that conversation. And let me know your thoughts on this.
Usher, a major figure in the music industry, introduced Bieber to the fast-paced lifestyle of the rich and famous. The parties, the constant travel, and the pressure to perform took a toll on Bieber at a young age. It all seemed so glamorous at first, Bieber explained, but there were moments when I felt completely lost. Usher was supposed to protect me, but instead, I felt like I was being pulled into something I wasn't ready for. And Bieber's story has raised serious questions about Usher's role in his life during those formative years. While Usher helped launch Bieber's career, he also exposed him to situations that no young teenager should have been in. I think Usher cared about me, Bieber said, but I also think he was part of a system that didn't care about what was best for me as a person. These revelations have sparked a new conversation about the responsibility of mentors in the entertainment industry, and whether they truly have the best interests of their proteges at heart. Diddy's influence on Justin Bieber.
I don't know what those issues are. What is the issue? You see what I'm saying? And with M, because with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50.
My picture there over Midtown Manhattan. In Manhattan is where it all went down today. A judge denying Sean Diddy Combs' request for bail after he pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking charges. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with more.
Rapper Sean Diddy Combs now facing sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy charges following a months-long investigation. He appeared before a federal judge in New York on Tuesday, pleading not guilty and will remain behind bars.
Powerful figures in the entertainment industry played a significant role in Justin Bieber's early career, but according to Bieber, Diddy's mentorship came with a dark side. Diddy had this way of making you feel like you owed him something. Bieber said, "He brought me into his world, and at first, I thought it was amazing. But there were things happening behind the scenes that I didn't understand." Diddy's infamous parties were known for their excess and wild behavior, and Bieber, as a young teen, was often caught in the middle of it all. "I was just a kid, and suddenly I was at these parties with people twice my age," Bieber recalled. "It was overwhelming, and there were moments when I felt completely out of place. But Diddy made me feel like this was normal, like this was just how things were done in the industry."
Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires.
Yeah, seems that pic of Justin's mood might sum up the couple's current status. While they're loving on their newborn son Jack at home, social media is circulating vids like this one here, posted back in 2009 on Justin's official YouTube channel when he was 15.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
A man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about, kid.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
In another video going viral from 2011, Diddy warns Justin on Jimmy Kimmel Live to keep what happens at their parties on the down low.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Oh, apparently not. Everything ain't for everybody.
You gonna hear about my party, they're gonna be shutting them down, they're gonna probably be arresting me.
Meanwhile, we're hearing new dad Justin is spending his time prioritizing his loved ones.
I had a lot of money and a lot of things, so then you have all these people around me just kind of hanging on. Like, bro, I was like dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it is. Sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly.
When Justin Bieber released the music video for his single Yummy in 2020, alluding to the abuse and grooming he suffered growing up in Hollywood, everyone realized something was seriously wrong.
Things seem uncertain, and so what I would like to say is for those people who are putting themselves on the line, I appreciate them, and I know that that's your same heart as well, so.
Yeah, no doubt.
Around the same time Justin decides to go live with Diddy, and in retrospect, it makes us wonder whether it was just coerced damage control.
Give us some space, guys. We gotta get We had to walk right out the way, man.
He was out. What the fuck you say? You heard what I said, man. What'd you say? You heard what I fucking said, right? I'm back, you prick. I'm back, you prick. Back. All right? That's all.
The singer had started showing signs of things not being quite right the second he turned 18, showing up in the press again and again for all the wrong reasons.
Bieber's revelations about his time with Diddy have raised serious questions about how young stars are treated in Hollywood. The power dynamics at play made it difficult for Bieber to speak out at the time, but now, years later, he is shedding light on the pressures he faced as a teenager. "It wasn't just about the music," Bieber said. "There were other things going on, things I didn't have the power to stop." Diddy's influence over young stars like Bieber is now coming under intense scrutiny as more people begin to question the darker side of the entertainment industry. Will Smith's role in Bieber's early years. While Diddy and Usher are central figures in Justin Bieber's story, Will Smith also played a surprising role during his early years. As a Hollywood powerhouse, Will Smith took an interest in Bieber, offering guidance and support as the young star navigated his way through fame. But Bieber's recent revelations suggest that Smith's influence may not have been entirely positive. "Will was like a mentor to me," Bieber explained, "but looking back, there were things that didn't sit right." Bieber described how Smith would invite him to private events and gatherings, where the atmosphere was often overwhelming for a young teenager. "I was just starting out, and Will made me feel like I was part of something bigger," Bieber said. "But there were times when I felt like I didn't belong there, like I was being pulled into a world I wasn't ready for." Bieber's words suggest that, like Diddy and Usher, Will Smith may have exposed him to situations that were far beyond what was appropriate for a young star. The FBI's investigation has raised questions about how much Will Smith knew about what was happening in Bieber's life during those early years. There's no question that Will played a significant role in Justin's life, said a source close to the investigation. But the question now is whether he was complicit in what was happening or if he was just another figure in this larger system of control. As the investigation continues, Bieber's revelations about his relationship with Will Smith are adding another layer of complexity to an already explosive story: the psychological toll on Justin Bieber.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
As Justin Bieber's career skyrocketed, the psychological toll of what he endured during his early years began to weigh heavily on him. Bieber has been open about his struggles with mental health, but now he's connecting those issues to the influence of people like Diddy, USHER, and Will Smith. I didn't realize it at the time, but those experiences really messed me up, Bieber said. The constant pressure to fit into a world of excess and fame, combined with the inappropriate situations he was exposed to, led to deep feelings of anxiety and depression. Bieber described how he often felt trapped by the very people who were supposed to guide him. You're a kid and you're surrounded by these larger-than-life figures. You want to trust them, but they're putting you in situations that make you feel uncomfortable, he admitted. The impact of those early years left Bieber questioning his worth and struggling with his identity. I felt like I was losing myself, he said. Bieber's honesty about his mental health struggles has resonated with fans, especially as more details emerge about the toxic environment he was exposed to as a teenager. Jaden Smith shared experience with Bieber. Justin Bieber wasn't alone in facing the pressures and inappropriate experiences during his early career. Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, was also a part of the same Hollywood circle. Bieber and Jaden's friendship became a support system as they navigated the complex world of fame. Jaden and I were really close during that time because we both understood what it was like, Bieber explained. We were just kids, but we were being treated like adults in ways that we didn't fully understand.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Both Bieber and Jaden were exposed to the same wild parties and environments orchestrated by powerful figures like Diddy. There were times when Jaden and I would just sit back and look at each other, not knowing what to do, Bieber recalled. Their shared experiences created a bond that helped them cope with the pressures of fame, but it also exposed them to situations that no young teenager should have faced. We were in over our heads, Bieber admitted. As both stars have grown older, they've started to speak more openly about what they went through, shedding light on the darker side of Hollywood and how young stars can be manipulated by those in power. USHER's complicated role. USHER's role in Justin Bieber's life has always been portrayed as that of a supportive mentor, but recent revelations suggest that their relationship was far more complicated. USHER was supposed to guide me, but there were times when I felt like he was part of the problem, Bieber said. USHER, who was himself groomed by Diddy at a young age, may have unintentionally exposed Bieber to the same toxic environment that affected him.
Why have you never stood next to nobody? Because you studied the 48 Laws of Power.
Nah, man, that's whack. And he knew exactly what I meant, because he'd been standing next to something his entire career.
Right.
He stood next to Biggie, you put hot on him. That's stand next to the fighters he want, right? You stood next to Mace, stood next to Jock. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere.
Bieber recalled how USHER would take him to parties and introduce him to influential figures, but the situations often felt overwhelming. I trusted USHER, but looking back, I can see how he was influenced by the same people who were controlling me, Bieber said. USHER's close ties to Diddy meant that Bieber was often caught in the crossfire of their complicated dynamic. While USHER likely had good intentions, his association with Diddy and the high-pressure environment they created left Bieber feeling vulnerable. I think USHER wanted to help me, but he was still dealing with his own issues from his time with Diddy, Bieber added. Will Smith's involvement in Bieber's life. Will Smith's connection to Justin Bieber has often been overshadowed by his larger-than-life persona, but Bieber's revelations have cast Smith's role in a new light. Will was someone I looked up to, Bieber said. He was this huge star, and I thought he had it all figured out. But as Bieber has shared more about his experiences, it's clear that Smith's involvement may not have been as positive as it once seemed. Bieber described how Will Smith would invite him to private gatherings and offer advice, but there were times when Bieber felt out of place. There were moments when I wondered why I was even there, Bieber admitted. It was like I was being included in something I didn't really understand. The pressure to fit in and be a part of Smith's world weighed heavily on Bieber, especially as he struggled to make sense of the fame and attention that came with his career. While Smith's influence was subtle compared to Diddy's, Bieber's revelations suggest that even trusted figures like Will Smith may have unknowingly contributed to the unhealthy environment Bieber found himself in. The power dynamics at play.
Sean Diddy Combs has a tight inner circle, including his right-hand woman, Christina Coram. So who is she and why is she named in a lawsuit by a former producer for Combs? Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. When Rodney Little Rod Jones filed that lawsuit against Sean Combs and many others, Christina Coram was one of the people named as a defendant in the suit. And I want to be crystal clear. Sean Combs has vehemently denied these allegations. His attorney, Sean Hawley, has been quoted as saying they've tried to present evidence to Little Rod's attorney to disprove the claims, but they've been rebuffed. So that would make anything Lil Rod claimed about Christina Coram untrue as well in Combs's eyes. No attorney is listed for Christina Coram on the federal court's website.
One of the most disturbing aspects of Justin Bieber's revelations is the power dynamics that were at play during his early years in Hollywood. Bieber, just a teenager at the time, was thrust into a world controlled by powerful men like Diddy, USHER, and Will Smith. I didn't realize it then, but they held all the cards, Bieber said. They had the power to make or break your career, and that's a lot of pressure for a kid to deal with.
Hey Justin, good to see you. Hey, we got video of you leaving Ice Spice with Taylor Swift. Are you guys good now? Were you able to mend that relationship? Are you good with everything with your wife?
Read the Bible. All you need to do is read the Bible.
Is there anything to the rumors?
Put down the
about you and Haley?
Do you want to clarify about you and Jaden at Coachella?
Bieber described how the people around him used their influence to manipulate him into situations he wasn't comfortable with. You want to trust the people who are guiding you, but it starts to feel like you don't have a choice, he explained. The power dynamics were skewed in favor of the adults in the room, leaving Bieber with little room to push back or say no. It was like they were always in control, and I just had to go along with it, he said.
The shocking thing is why Jada sent her son to Diddy when she knew what Diddy would be doing to him. Jaden revealed that he had known Diddy as his dad's friend, and while he was trying to go into music, his mom told him he was going to be staying with Diddy for a while, which he had no problem with because Diddy was like family. Jaden claimed staying with Diddy was cool until he started getting involved with him and had his way with him. Jaden revealed that he had freak-offs where Justin Bieber and USHER were present. He was nervous at first, but with time he became more comfortable. Jaden revealed that Jada's decision to send him to stay with Diddy was for some sort of ritual. He claimed Will and Jada were in some sort of cult alongside Diddy and other big names in the industry. And when it was Jada's turn to make some sacrifice, he chose him. Jaden's encounter with Diddy changed many things about him, and sources close to the family revealed that Jaden was DL. He still has encounters with men with Diddy.
These revelations have sparked a conversation about how young stars are treated in the entertainment industry and whether the power imbalance between mentors and proteges creates a toxic environment. For Bieber, speaking out has been a way to reclaim some of the power that was taken from him during those early years. I want people to know that this happens and it's not okay, Bieber said. His story is a powerful reminder that the music industry, like many other industries, is often built on structures of power that exploit the most vulnerable. The aftermath. What's next for Justin Bieber? As Justin Bieber reflects on the past, he's also looking toward the future. I'm in a much better place now, Bieber said. After years of struggling with his mental health and coming to terms with the things he experienced as a teenager, Bieber has found a new sense of peace. I've learned a lot, and I'm focusing on what's important: my family, my music, and my own well-being. Bieber's decision to speak out about what happened during his early years is not just about telling his story, it's about making sure that others don't have to go through the same thing. I don't want anyone else to feel like they're trapped in a situation they can't control. He said Bieber's bravery in sharing his experiences has opened the door for other young stars to speak out, and it's clear that his story is part of a larger movement toward accountability in the entertainment industry. As for his career, Bieber is more focused than ever on creating music that reflects his journey. I want to make music that matters, that connects with people, he said. His latest projects have been deeply personal, and fans have responded with overwhelming support. It's been amazing to see how people have rallied around me, Bieber said. I'm grateful for that, and I want to keep moving forward. With a new sense of purpose and a clear path ahead, it's clear that Justin Bieber is ready to take control of his narrative and continue evolving as both an artist and a person.